If I'm sharing my screen, right? You can see it. You can see it. Okay. It really depends. Like right now, we're in a super bullish market, and I'm not looking for any retraces as of right now. I'm just looking for pushes above the zone. So I'm not really looking for any big reversal. If anything, because this is probably way past the 61.8 or 161.8. Yeah. But I mean, for example, that's actually kind of crazy though, because you see how 127 and 161 line up almost perfectly. Yes, you see that. So if anything, use it as stronger indications to flow with the market. So I guarantee you on a smaller time frame, like right now I'm on the 4 hour. But if you went down to like the 1 hour and like we saw those little retraces. It's just more confluence, like confluence meaning just more confirmation to take the trade. Like this is off at 88.6 and 142.5, and the moving averages will start to fan out. That's in a bullish candle. That's 4 confirmations. Bullish market, 142.5, moving averages fanning out, already crossed, 88.6. Like that's beautiful to take the trades. I probably would have been a little hesitant on around this 143 area. I would have probably went down to a smaller time frame and saw the smaller time frames were acting. But you can use fibs if you would like. It just really depends on kind of price action and how the market is moving. Like right now, I don't need to see anything besides like I see we're in a very bullish market. As far as GJ goes, and as far as wow, UJ is not moving. And as far as UJ goes, so which is funny. So now that I explained quarter points a little bit and key levels and zones, I'm going to show you guys what I was talking about earlier. So 109.5. You see how this wicked perfectly above it? So right now, like you were saying, kind of you asked a little bit about like reversals and like how certain prices react around like those areas. Right now in the 4 hour, if I see a bearish candle, if I see a bearish 4 hour candle close, which means it's midnight right now, if I see over the next hour, if it manages to close bullish, or not bullish, bearish, below here, I'm going to be looking for sells just to short it down to my buy zone area potentially. But if you want to be patient, then just wait. But it is interesting because it is at 109.5. Also, I want to show you another thing if you don't see it already. 110 is a major 1,000 pip quarter point. Major QP. And look at that. You see how it lines up with 127 perfectly? I see price going up to, I see it coming back. I see price going up to 110. And it's either going to reverse hard or it's going to break it with a very bullish candle. So what we could see over the next couple of days is a reversal down to around this area. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. But what I would like to see is I would like to see this. I'd like to see this happen right here. And if we get a nice bullish break, it's going to be a very bullish candle. So then we'll get a bullish break, and then we're just going to keep looking for buys because we're kind of already in a pretty bullish market with these last couple candles that have closed today. I know daily closed really bullish too. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. If here I can screenshot this. Copy. Telegram. All right, that's going to be for you, Jay. But that's what I would like to see over the next couple of days, maybe to end the week. But it's definitely be a good trade to take for a nice couple hundred pip catch. Because if you enter, if it does, let's say it comes down here, and you buy off of a reversal candle, I mean that's 125 pips right there. And if you just continue to hold it, I mean, up until 110.75, which is also 161.8, that's a nice 200 pip. It's 200 pips right there. It's not a major quarter point, but let me go down to 110.75. Go to mini QP, and we'll change the color. Change it to blue. But it's stuff like this, like which fibs are pretty cool about, because you have 110, which is 127 major quarter point, 1,000 pip QP, and then you have 110.75, which is a 75 pip range, which is also 161.8. So would you put a buy order at 108.896? 108.896. No, I wouldn't put, honestly, I hate pending orders. The reason I hate pending orders is who's to say that the market doesn't just break it with an extremely bullish candle, and then we see a reversal on the flip side of 109. So if I put a buy limit there, if I put a buy limit right here, I mean, this bearish candle is going to activate my buy limit, because it doesn't matter if it's a bearish, bullish candle, whatever. If price hits your pending, it's going to go and it's going to activate no matter what. So I'm going to buy right here off of an extremely bullish candle. Moving averages probably cross around here. And yeah, it's just, I hate pendings. I rarely use them unless I'm going to sleep and it's a bullish or bearish market. So like the best time to use pendings are, like, for example, right, let's go to, I meant the lower red line, but I still get the point. Yeah, like I just don't put pendings just because I want to see. I'm a huge on price action. Like I'm a huge price action person. Like I want to see how the market is pushing. You know, what's crazy is actually this is the same as it just did with GJ. Pushed up, bullish, pushing down slowly. Sometimes this is what it does. Sometimes it takes, I mean, this is a 4-hour time frame. And it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means that price was very, very hesitant to break this area. But as soon as it broke it, huge bearish candle. So I'm actually really surprised that it went up how it did, because I really didn't expect it to shoot up. But at the same time, you know, there's a reason for everything. There's a reason someone's buying when you're selling. There's a reason someone's selling when you're buying. 107.5 psychological level. Look at the wick. Look at the wick, bullish candle, 4-hour close, weird little candle right here form. And then, I mean, this was Friday though, so it gapped up over the weekend or whatever, but that's beautiful. I mean, right off 107.5, it gapped up over 108, you know, broke 109. So now, I mean, we're in reality looking for 110, but we want to see how price is reacting. So I already gave my analysis on USDJPY. Keep your eyes on it. GJ is a little less interesting just because it's already made a super bullish push. I'm going to go on to, let's see if Euro is looking clean. EURUSD is such an ugly freaking pair. I hate trading EURUSD. I actually don't really trade it anymore just because it's just ugly. Like, I just hate how it moves. So, I mean, if there's anybody that wants me to go over it, I can. But it's not really that clean. I wouldn't trade it. If anything, look for sells. Let's see how 104. How's 104 looking? Not a bad sell. Let me get rid of these session breaks. Not a bad looking sell, actually. Oh, wow. But not a bad looking sell. Let me extend this trend line going this way. Pretty strong 4-hour trend line. You have a market is telling me, let me do, this is literally what I just sit down and do. 1.20 is going to be 1,000 pip QP, so we're going to make that black. Do major QP. So right now it's kind of chilling around 1.200, and we'll go down to the next major quarter point, 1,000 pip range is going to be 1.1, which you can't even see. And the next one going this way is going to be 1.300. All right. But as you see, it's kind of making what would be called the morning star, but it hasn't closed. So that's why we always want to wait for candle closure. If it closes extremely bullish above this trend line, I'm not really looking for sells anymore. Once again, I don't really trade it, but I'm just marking it up for any of you guys if you do trade it. Now we're gonna do the miniature ones. So we're gonna do, and this is how I trade. Like I'm literally showing you guys how I trade. A lot of people try to make up some foo-foo stuff, and they show you like 25% of what they actually do. No, this is how I trade. I mean, you guys see me post my analysis in Telegram every once in a while. If you follow me on Snapchat, you see me post it on Snapchat. This is what I do. I kind of went a little quick there, but you see you have 1.10 major quarter point, 1.25 is a 25 or 250 pip QP. You have the midpoint, 1.15. You have the mini, the 1.175, and then you have the major 1.2. What is this here? Oh, this is the call that I just did. So I'm gonna upload that afterwards. Anyway, back to it. So 1.75, we had perfect retest, break below, market kind of so much consolidation. This was last week. This was so annoying. I didn't even look at it hardly last week because I just saw it was just consolidating mess. But when it did break out, it broke out pretty nicely. We see the EMA or the moving averages starting to fan out off of a bullish candle. We have a nice retest. We have a break above 1.175. So we're definitely looking for buys out of the zone. Once it did break this area, retest of, like I said, that moving average. And now it's just been chilling in this range. It's been respecting this trend line perfect up until it just broke it a couple hours ago. So your USD right now, I wouldn't be surprised to be looking for sells. See a nice bullish, bearish engulfing on a 1.200 price. And yeah, I definitely could see price coming down here, down to 1.175. If not, then we could get an upwards push to 1.25 area, which is going to be about right there here. Oops. This is still making sense, right? Like I'm not talking to any walls, right? Like you guys are getting it. Everything making sense. This is more so for if you're just trading off of these bigger quarter points. This is more for swing traders, people who just want to place their trades and just let it ride. And then, like I said, if you're that person that wants to trade those 100 pip ranges, then obviously you can go down and, do those smaller time frames. I'll do it real quick just in case anyone wants me to do it again. I'll make it blue. And the next one, so we have 1.10 or 1.100. That's going to be 100 pip range. The next one we have is going to be 1.125, which, see, I don't like, this is super tiny because it's Euro USD, so that's why, like, the 25 pip ranges don't really mean anything. That's why you want to catch, like, the bigger moves, especially for the slower moving pairs. But it's definitely my lookout or my watch for Euro USD decline to 1.175. If we see that, we could see a breakdown to 1.15 or a push up to this next 1.225 area, which it hasn't been to in a while. So if we do get a push up there, expect it to be extremely bullish. I'd be surprised if it rejected up there. But so that's my analysis for Euro USD, USD JPY. We're seeing kind of what's going to happen with that, which, as we see, we're not getting any type of bullish signification that we're going to be breaking above 109.50. So expect to see that kind of form tonight. GJ is chilling. It's not really doing a whole lot. It'll probably move around 3, 4 a.m. That's normally when I get my breakouts on the 15, 30-minute time frames. But expect it to come up to 145 before seeing any type of bearish movement. But also, you got to adapt to the markets. Like that's what I tell people is you have to adapt to the markets. People will be like, well, as someone asked me today, they were like, well, UJ was in, super heavy downtrend. So like what with USD or Japan, like why did it come back? They were just stressing about it. I was like, don't be that person to, get anxiety about why there's a green candle versus a red candle. Like just adapt. Like when you see a big bullish push and you're thinking sell, 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 but you see a bullish engulfing. This is a bullish engulfing candle right here. Bullish engulfing candle. Big bullish engulfing candle in an uptrend already. This is an uptrend. Then don't question it. Adapt to it. Where am I looking for buys? Right here, I'm thinking, where am I looking for buys? I'm not looking for sells right now. I'm looking for buys. So where am I looking for buys? Like I said, I want to see a break above 144.25 and probably set a take profit up around here, or just set my stop loss at break even when it does go into profit. But that's my analysis for GJ, said UJ, Euro, USD, gold. Gold is looking like a pretty decent downtrend, for being honest. I'm going to do some quarter points on this one. So let's see here. This one is a little tricky. 1300 is a major. We'll do that one black. All right, major 130 or 1300, and this is per ounce too. This is per ounce, meaning gold is currently $1,325 per ounce. So our next is going to be 1400. That's going to be our major. Our midpoint is going to be 1350 because, or not 1350 because these are 500 pip ranges, and this is a 4-hour time frame. That's why I love gold, because of how it moves. But 1350, 1300, and then 1400 is up here. But next, I'm going to do.
It's not doing high pitch squeaking. It just sounds like it's just rubbing. It just has a scratch.
1325. I'm going to do red. So actually, like I said, it was a nice little push, but 1325. This is also area. Watch out for this area. Watch out for what can happen with this. We do have EMA cross. We have it kind of fanning out. So we are in a 4-hour downtrend as of this candle right here. Around right here is when it crossed. So honestly, what we're looking for is we're looking for pullbacks to these areas, which could be around here. It could, just break below, come up and retest. But keep your eyes on this. Gold right now is at an interesting level. I like to see what happens with this pair over the next couple of days. Because right now, like you saw, we haven't had an EMA cross in a downtrend in a while. So right now, showing kind of strong bearish momentum, little reversal candle right here. Nice downtrend, a gap over the weekend. But we haven't really seen any type of pullback. So watch for the pullback tonight and then a potential decline maybe this week. But I'm going to do the mini Ps with this one. So you guys can see a higher moving pair. We'll do 13. Let's see, we're pricing that. 1325. Oh, wow. Already done top. Wow. Let's see. 1327.50. 1322.5 or no, 1325. Hold on. 13.225. So actually, we actually have a retest 1327.50 right here. So that's kind of interesting. Why isn't this showing up? 1322. Okay. These are 25 pip ranges. And, keep going down, whatever. Yeah. So I want to see where gold's looking at over the next couple hours, see how the 4-hour candle closes at 1 a.m. But I could see a decline potentially depending on how these candles close over the next couple of hours. Euro USD looking to drop. USD JPY looking to come down to this buy zone. If not, then we're buying above 109.5. It'll probably be a strong bullish candle if it breaks it. And then GJ, we're looking for buys above 144.25 up to 145. And if it breaks that, then we're looking to 147.50 or 150 potentially. But that's my analysis of the pairs. I hope you guys kind of got a feeling for how moving averages work. Moving average is crossing on 4-hour Euro USD right now for a down push. I hope the quarter points are making sense to you guys. Really back test it. Like I said, it's how I trade. I want you guys to all understand how where did you say you found out the major mini QPs? Well, the 100 pip QPs I kind of discovered on my own. But quarters theory, since it crossed right there, does that mean it's a good place to enter a sell? So real quick, the other side of the bullish candle, we enter a sell for breaks our line. We're looking also candlestick formation. So like I said, we want to keep our eyes on these, but we also want to see how price is reacting. So like I said, flow with the market. Right now, for example, for UJ, it hasn't given us a super bearish candle, okay? So in reality, we're still looking for buys, but we're not doing anything as of yet because, yes, moving averages cross, big bullish candle, but we had a couple wicks or below 140 or 109.5. So we're just kind of hanging out right now, literally waiting for London to hit going into New York because USD is obviously the US pair, US dollars. We're waiting to see how London opens, New York goes. You'll see the most movement with UJ around 3:30. When that 30-minute candle closes, it's when it breaks out. So 3:30 a.m. Eastern to about 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern is when you're going to be seeing the market really move like how it did over here. But yeah, I hope you guys all learned something. I'm going to be uploading both of these parts of the videos to YouTube. So please, if you have any more questions, go back through the videos, rewatch them. Remember what my settings are for the moving averages. And ask me any questions. I want everybody to be successful. I'm not going to spend over an hour and a half just talking just for no reason because I already know how to do this. I'm teaching you guys. I know how to do this. I've been sticking to how I trade for over a year now, and over the last couple of months especially, it's really, really started to pay off. So I hope all you guys, like I said, learned something. Message me if you have any questions, and I will let you guys know when I have both the videos uploaded. But until then, I plan on doing a call at the end of this week. So I will see you guys then.
Yeah, everyone.